Alrighty, welcome back to the PSG Siege Showdown. Of course, we have an absolutely exciting match right here because we are in round 3 of this tournament right now, of course, down in the lower bracket at the moment. And this match that we're about to have right here, ATK versus MERAKI, is actually a little bit of a rematch because if you remember back to the first round, the first time that we saw ATK and MERAKI in play in that first round, it was the second match of that first round. They played up against one another. It was ATK versus MERAKI, and now they meet on the field once again to see who is going to make it out, who is going to progress further on into the tournament, into the next round. We'll see, because right now we have some Cafe Dostoevsky ready and waiting with those Thatcher bands, the Jackal bands. Nothing too surprising. We might see Mira getting banned here potentially. But other than that, of course, Wamai getting banned as well. That's a classic one on this map to take off the board. It does offer quite a bit of utility at the end of the day. Alright, so the last ban coming through. We should be able to progress on into the game. Of course, there is the Mira indeed. She will be taken off the board, and here we go. It is ATK on the defense first. MERAKI going to be on attack, and well, I really don't know how this is going to go. Of course, if you remember back to that first round, ATK did pick up the win here, but I must say, MERAKI's performance in recent times has been quite good. They definitely picked up the pacing once they dropped down and really started to put the work in to make their way on back up, and here finally challenging their old rivals in the beginning of the tournament. Back at it again to see who is king. It's Jaeger, Vigil, Valkyrie, Mute, and Smoke coming out for ATK there on the defense. Sophia, Nomad, Iana, and a Sledge getting 6th picked, and a Thermite coming out for MERAKI. It is going to be the Ash coming for Reds. Alright, I'm very keen to get into this one. It's going to be the Reading Room defense coming out first for ATK. We've been seeing this coming out a lot more on this particular map. Reading Room being a sort of go-to. And while it's certainly not my favorite site of all time, as you'll know, I generally prefer the kitchen defense to the second floor reading room defense when it comes to switching up. And it's sort of a conversation. I guess some people have different preferences or whatever the case may be in terms of what they think is best. But, of course, third floor undisputed. But, yeah, I prefer to go down to the kitchen instead of second floor. But, you know, second floor does indeed have its perks. And one of my favorite perks about the second floor reading room defense is the fact that you can do a third floor defense by proxy, which is exactly what ATK is setting up here. They've got some nice vertical control, and that's what you can do. Sitting up here on the third floor, you can defend it, you can waste as much of the attacker's time as possible, and you can mount a very solid third floor defense. And of course, third floor being the sort of go-to, the strong site, if you will. Definitely being able to defend that twice is a sort of bonus. So we'll see if they can make it happen. Of course, MERAKI now moving in, starting their attack run, moving up towards the site and just getting their information done and dusted. But really, I'm very keen to see how MERAKI performs here because they've been doing really well lately. And there goes the first one already. Reds making his way so quickly in towards the site is going to take AML out of the picture. And now that bullet hole is going to mean that Reds knows exactly where they are, but a nitrous cell from below. What a brilliant placement from Sir Pancake there. Absolutely perfect to take one out, and that's going to be a second as well as Kingso getting caught out in the meantime as all that happens. So already MERAKI find themselves 2 for 1. 1 minute and 40 left, so they still have some time, but now they're on the back foot. They've got to make this happen somehow. 1 minute and 30, slowly congregating up towards the third floor, trying to get the pre-fire in towards the Jaeger sitting behind the desk there, but he hasn't been spotted out just yet, or at least he hasn't been found just yet. So, ooh, Chill has to find this kill. It's going to be important. He goes down. That's a lot of hard breaching taken off the board. 1 minute and 30, and this shotgun's coming out, doing a whole lot of work. So Pancake and Corsa to clean that one up. ATK will take the defense round, and well, that is the power of the third floor. That is the power of defending Reading Room by proxy up there on the second floor. So a nice defense coming out from ATK, starting off with a brilliant Nitro sub from below. That's gonna make things it's gonna make things spicy for sure. ATK with that first round picked up is gonna mean that MERAKI have to start pushing for the rounds. Otherwise, we might just see ATK pull ahead here once again. A rinse and repeat of that first round of the tournament. MERAKI gonna try their absolute best to make sure that doesn't happen. We'll see how this one pans out. The Rook actually going to be 6th picked away from the Bandit, which is quite interesting because now they have no hard reinforcement on their, or should I say no reinforcement of their hard reinforcement to speak of. So that's quite an interesting setup they've got going there. The Jaeger, of course, to clean up some utility, but the Alibi coming through as well. They've got the Goyo and the Rook and the Smoke. And the Rook pick tells me that there's a little bit of aggression that wants to come out here because, of course, Pancake has access to the MP5, can stick a decent scope on there and maybe take some spawn peeks. But ultimately, it also means that the team has some of those pads coming through, those plates, to make things a little bit more winnable in terms of a one-on-one combat situation, which could give them the edge here. But once again, they have no ability to electrify any of their defenses, which means that as soon as they move the Hibana or the Thermite up to hard reinforcement, they will be able to blow straight through. But evidently, ATK have some sort of plan to play around that fact, some sort of plan to work against it. So right now, MERAKI starting their attack as well, getting the information, seeing what's going on that first floor is going to be very important to start picking apart that defense. Whether or not they want to do a vertical clear doesn't seem to be the case. They're just going to be opening things up as per usual. But is this going to be challenged? They're spotting out some key defense points from ATK. But is that going to be enough to clear them out, though? That is the real question here. Chill's got a good angle, but this angle might just get challenged. He knows it's happening. Ooh, this aggression coming out. Alibi is right up close and personal. Has to retreat and gets taken out in the meantime. Thought they were going to find some sort of pick there, but it isn't to be. And already 2 of the ATK players taken off the board. James, the Pancake, and of course are the last ones left. And already MERAKI making their way very quickly onwards towards that site, just charging up. And Thermite, once again, there's no Bandit, there's no Kaid to speak of. They cannot stop the Thatcher from just going, or the Thermite, should I say, sorry, from going absolutely nuts on those hard reinforcements. Of course, they're getting flashed off, just sitting as close as possible. Heads are being looked for, but they need to be found here. It's so important that they hold this down. Can they find the angles? Corsa finds Reds. This needs to be a peek from James, and it is. There's the kill that they were looking for, but he's the last one left, and he's taken so much damage. There it is, done and dusted. They get the final one, the final shot with that SMG to make things happen, and, well, there it is. MERAKI gonna pick up that round as we head into round 3. Things are looking a little bit tighter here, but we're heading up to the 3rd floor. We saw ATK defend this one very, very well in that first round. We'll see if they can replicate some of that success. Of course, picking up the Mute, Smoke, Bandit, Goyo, and Jaeger. Bandit, an interesting choice here. There it is, of course, the 6th pick out into Valkyrie. I was about to say the Bandit, definitely not a pick that you see all too often on this bomb site, but there's the Valkyrie coming out instead. So some good information being gathered here, or at least potentially to be gathered here. let's have a look and see what we can see. Is ATK going to be able to successfully execute another defense here on the third floor? Will MERAKI be able to keep the ball rolling and find some more points?
5 seconds left before insertion. Activate jammer. Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Alright, so here we go. I'm going to start the match as the attackers are let loose, ready to dismantle this defense. Will they be able to do it? Got their drones all nicely lined up there so they can retrieve them and head on up. Start to challenge all the typical angles. Move in towards red stairs, of course. Maybe challenge some skylight areas. Put some pressure on the windows. We'll see. Team just congregating and ready to make this happen. Some tactical glass clearing happening at the moment as Red's just preparing the more utility focused side of things, going to be hopping on down to get all of that information, going to be spotting out some critical components of the defense. But once again, that has to translate into a win. So far, the information gathering has allowed them to start getting rid of a lot of that utility. But there's Figure. He's going to open things up onto RXD. Ooh. Is AML going to do a run out? He is, but he just doesn't manage to get the peek on the outside. They are absolutely expecting it. So Ducky going to make sure they don't fall to that one. Those tricks won't work this time, and now MERAKI start their attack up towards the red stairs. Blowing it up, and oh, Figure once again. What is this man on? Just making sure everything is super clean, super crisp here for ATK. Oh. Potentially gonna have to challenge it. Chill knows what's going on, but he needs to find that trigger as quickly as possible. He's got to find the head somewhere. This is definitely a difficult spot to be in. Have to get this setup going. They're running out of time. 35 seconds left. They've got to get this execute done and dusted. They're not going to get much time to make it happen. Chill down low, looking for a cheeky angle. He's going to get taken out from the kitchen side. A nice peek from Sir Pancake, going to keep things steady, keep things under control. And with 15 seconds left, I don't think MERAKI even have the time at this point. He knows where the players are, but can he get the kills on them? That's the question. There's only one at the top floor. He's too many angles to watch. Kingso has to run all the way up to try and assist, and well, there's just no time to make it happen. So of course, ATK gonna pick up another round on the defense here. Of course, that third floor being quite difficult to attack here. Certainly one of the more difficult sites. And ATK successfully able to just manage to keep a hold on it. So they put themselves one round ahead, but MERAKI, they have managed to make the comeback before. Let's see if they can do it again. Well, the Bandit can be switched out for the Malusi on the side of ATK. Coming up for the reading room defense once again. And, well, something tells me we're going to see a bit of a rinse and repeat when it comes to the strat to defend this one. And indeed, here come the ATK players charging up the stairs to mount their defense. MERAKI's going to have to find another angle to attack this one, because last time, trying the vertical clear, maybe they weren't expecting such resistance up on the third floor, but whatever the case is, when they tried that vertical clear, it didn't really work out for them. ATK formidable up here on the third floor. Certainly MERAKI will need to come up with something to get ahead, something to get their edge in on ATK. What that something is, though, I will not be able to say. We will have to see as the round progresses. And we certainly will.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
So of course, MERAKI slowly making their way up. Ready to start doing things here. And you can see ATK have certainly been busy preparing the sites. And they've got 2 of them to play with, of course, 3rd floor being one and 2nd floor being the actual bomb site that they are attempting to defend. RXD gonna jump on in. Gonna start to put the pressure on now. Not gonna meet immediate resistance, but the players are still there in their sneaky spots looking for the cheeky kills. RXD is ready. Interesting little drone placement there. RXD going to be opening things up. Red Stairs going to be taking control of, but it's Figure once again who's sitting up here behind the shield, just playing on this angle, making sure that the team from MERAKI do not find anything for free. Oh, Chill's got the right angle. He needs to find the head, and he won't. He goes down. A quick angle peek is not going to be enough there. The shots coming through from ATK have been absolutely on point so far.
Attackers have recovered their
Oh, that's a good pick from King, so he's going to find one, but the immediate trade comes through. Not going to find anything more than that. Now RXD and Reds, they're the last ones left for MERAKI. It's a 2v4. Of course, Figure down but not out. So he should be able to be picked up here, making it a 2v3, but is 2v3 enough? We're about to find out as RXD is challenging, losing so much health. He does find Figure though, of course, getting that quick confirm kill on. Now they've got a bit to worry about. It's still 2v3, and with 40 seconds left, they've got to make their way in towards the site. They've got to prepare their game plan, because it's not all over just yet, but with that kill, it might just be the diffuser is down, and Reds, the final player remaining here, taking all the damage, not able to find any of the angles. And ATK once again going to pick up another round there. Nice and clean coming out from AML there. Certainly now we have to have a look and see. Take register of the situation. 3-1 is the scoreline at the moment. ATK 2 rounds ahead of MERAKI, who are only able to pick up one so far, but right now they're not looking to win every single round. They just need to win a few. Just need to pad themselves in for the next half. If they can get 1 or 2 more rounds in, they will absolutely be set and ready to go.
defenders. Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So of course we will be heading in towards kitchen once again, and the Rook coming through. No problem. So Pancake going to be sitting comfy on that one. On the side of MERAKI though, nothing too crazy. Of course the Ash and Zofia coming out, the Nomad, the Gridlock and the Thermite. So pretty well balanced, spread out operator lineup in terms of being able to remove some of that utility and make their way on in towards the site. A little bit of zone control coming out in the hands of Nomad and Gridlock. Very, very good at zone denial.
Attacker's objective is to defuse.
So now we'll see. Can MERAKI make a successful attack once again? Because so far, Kitchen, I think, has been the only time... In fact, it is. It's the one round that MERAKI have is the one they won when ATK was defending Kitchen. So this could be another chance for them to pick up that round that they definitely need here. We will have a look and see. Right now, of course, Red's getting nice and aggressive. Moving on up, not getting challenged just yet. But is removing utility bit by bit. You can see the setups coming out here from MERAKI. They know they need to get this win, and they know they can make it happen as well. Chill getting a little aggressive. Once again, Figure challenging. Always the man of action right in the beginning of the round. Looking for something. Oh, he heard those footsteps, and what a beautiful headshot coming out from Figure. Really keeping things on lock for ATK right now. Really, those openers have been super, super helpful. Quite useful. Now, very little chance left. Chill gonna find Figure, though. He does eventually go down, so that's a 1-for-1 at least. Oh, but with Ducky going down and a trade coming through, it is a 3v3. Well, ATK, they're sitting quite happily. No problem so far. Quite happy to play passively. They know they can play for the time. Meraki have got to make something happen. Well, James here could make something happen indeed. The Thatcher getting super close. Here it is, here comes the challenge. James, oh, there it is. He finds the shots on towards Reds. That's another one down. Kings are trying to find some sort of retaliation. There's the Nomad jab. That's enough to take down Corsa. Now as Sir Pancake finds himself the last one left alive, he's got to make this 1v2 happen, and he can't find the head that's needed. So Meraki will once again win on the kitchen round. Very, very interesting turn of events here so far. Second floor and third floor seem to be ATK's territory, but down on the first floor in kitchen, Meraki managed to get the win both times so far. Of course, heading back in towards the third floor is once again going to make it difficult for Meraki. But not impossible. They're still capable of making it happen, but it certainly won't be easy. ATK, like I said, absolute defense on the third and second floors, and of course the second floor being more of a third floor by proxy, so they get to defend third floor twice. That is sort of the crux of this map. You can make it happen if you do play vertically, so in any case, third floor will be coming out. And Akali getting picked up for Kingso here for Meraki. An interesting choice. Especially considering that ATK, I mean, so far, from the rounds that we've seen, haven't really been too fond of picking up the Bandits or the Kaids in this match. We haven't really seen it all that often. Sure, we've seen the Bandit here and there, but ultimately, the Kali's gadget not really going to be coming in all that handy. Depending on the situation, of course, but once again, you know, that sniper rifle, if you're not hitting your shots, then you are in an absolutely terrible situation. You really, really do get punished for having such a hard-hitting gun. But it doesn't have that fire rate that everyone else has, and fire rate very often super, super important, especially considering those headshots just take you out so quickly. Let's see if Meraki can make this happen here on the third site, or if ATK will continue to be able to hold this site flawlessly.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I've got some good intel on what's going on. Some nice intel gathering coming out from ATK. They've got some good eyes on the field, but now those red stairs being opened up once again, putting the pressure on. Chill needs to be careful though. These positions not too easy, but the shield is not getting challenged just yet. Well, there comes one. ATK ready to challenge that shield. They just need to pick their moment and find that head. Chill waiting for a pixel to show, but so far not found anything. And actually, it's going to be the Kali to try and remove that gadget there. It's going to be pretty helpful. The pressure, of course, coming out from RXD here as well. So Meraki's setting up really well so far here. Nice and clean. No one's gone down either. So it really is some good pressure. You can see even Red sitting at the top there by Skylight. Some good pressure on it towards Cigar and towards the bomb sites. Can they turn that pressure into the window? Well, they've got a minute to find out, and so far they haven't taken anyone down. They're going to need some sort of pick to start things off, because they do need to start gaining traction in here towards the map. Some sort of ground needs to be covered. Oh, this peak could be big, but the smoke once again going to be pushing them off the angle. They start to fall down, and ooh, RXD not in a good spot there. He's going to go straight out. And now, in the 1-for-1, they find themselves in a 4v4 with 25 seconds left, and despite their best intentions, despite a good setup, there comes exactly what they were looking for. Of course, they're going to close that on to Chill. Now they won't be able to get the diffuser down. They won't be able to make anything happen. Red's trying to get the peak. It's a 2v2 with 10 seconds left. They've got to find so much here. It's going to be super difficult, but the bomb diffuser's getting planted. Kingso's challenging. He's got the info. Oh no, that's a problem. There it is. Corsa has just single-handedly won that round by picking off Reds. A brilliant split up there. They just headed straight in for the most important objective. Took it out, and once again, ATK will come away with the win on the 3rd floor, and that's the end of the half. Done and dusted. 4-2 is the scoreline, and at least Meraki did find themselves those 2 rounds. They could come in absolutely handy. It could be very important that they pick those up, depending on how this half goes for them. Of course, now ATK will be on the attacking side with 4 rounds in their name. 4 rounds to their name, and of course 2 rounds to Meraki. On the defense side though, and with Clash not being banned, it is being hovered. But of course, the 6th pick will come through in the end. And although it was a cheeky hover... Oh, actually no, that came through. The Clash was chosen, so that's actually going to make its way on into the game, and this is going to be interesting to see how the Clash is utilized, because I have the same thing I say whenever I see the Clash and the Monty come out, or should I say the Clash or the Monty come out, is that they are very much hit or miss operators. They can do so much work for the team or absolutely nothing at all, and you have to be prepared for that possibility. It's definitely a possibility. So of course, we'll be heading in towards the 3rd floor. The defense coming out from Meraki, going to be straight to the strengths. And now we'll see if Meraki can be as successful as ATK up here on the 3rd floor, because ATK won every single 3rd floor round that they played, as well as every 2nd floor round they played. And that was 2 of each, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 of the 2nd floor and 2 of the 3rd. So, you know, of course, with the fact that they were playing the 2nd floor as a sort of hybrid 3rd floor defense means that they pretty much won every single time on 3rd floor. Now, ATK is wasting no time in moving their way up this building, as they like to do. Their pacing on this one is definitely known at this point. They like to get things going nice and quick. They know exactly what to do, what they should be doing. Fluidity of movement and setup here as they start to move for control. Now they have spotted out the Clash, so they know that's there. But they have to be careful. AML's preparing some bolts. This is a difficult one for sure. ATK need to be absolutely prepared for whatever they could face. Of course, we're going to jump down onto red stairs as they start to take control. Oh, there we go. That foot is spotted out. Ducky takes so much damage. But that's big. That's very important there. Chill. Going to open things up nicely. So already Meraki find themselves the first. The Clash is challenging. Oh, the run out comes through from Reds, but no one's there to receive. No one's there to go down, and there comes James with a nice kill. Ducky, he's looking for the head. He's going to get taken down. Not in time to get that headshot. RXD, Reds, and Chill, they've got to make this work. Chill actually almost getting the peep, but the timing just not working out for him. And of course the Clash sitting up here and being absolutely atrociously annoying. And that's going to help them net another kill. Nitrocell's going to be pushed out to try and take him down, but it's not enough so far. The attacking side for ATK has been a little bit more difficult here. They haven't been able to get what they want. Now, of course, James and AML have to make some sort of decision. And, well, there's Clash. Typical Clash. A little bit of an angle coming out from Reds. Not going to be successful to capitalize on anything just yet. But that's so much damage done to James that Clash could actually take him down with the shield. Oh, he needs to do this immediately. Any little bit of damage will be enough to take him down. But with 7 seconds left, this is basically done. There's no ways they get into the site for this plant. Yep, and there it is. MERAKI will find their success here on the second half. Up on that 3rd floor. They will get their win. And slowly but surely, MERAKI are creeping back into this one. 4-3. 1 round away from evening things up and making ATK really sweat for this one. MERAKI say, we will not go down and out like we did in that first round up against you in the tournament. No, we have prepared, we have improved, and they certainly have.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But now heading down towards the kitchen, which is, as I mentioned, one of the two sites that I prefer when it comes to this one or second floor reading. We'll see if it works out for MERAKI. Obviously, not wanting to try out the defense of second from third. Not confident in that one. Going to be heading into kitchen instead to mount a more classical defense. But is that going to be enough to repel ATK?
10 seconds left before insertion.
Well, if they can play similarly to how they did in the 3rd floor, it could definitely be possible. They have to be careful. Because ATK, we've seen them attack from this side before. They move straight on up. Here they are. Every single one of them, as we know, moving in from this side. And, well, they're going to be pushing in. They're going to be challenging, we know. Challenging here. Challenging here. Everything coming through. And actually, interestingly enough, we also see the Kali coming out for Figure on ATK's side. This is something that they have definitely got set up for themselves. And here come the challenges, of course. Sophia now opening up the walls, the castle barricades. Ace moving in quickly to try and remove those hard reinforcements. Ooh, also coming up big. This could potentially be a very important kill. And there it is. He finds Ducky. He's going to need to find a couple more because there's the Clash. So this is going to have to be pretty important. Oh no, he gets peeked in the meantime. The opportune moment being taken there. That Clash being absolutely devastatingly annoying. But of course, only 3 players left for MERAKI means it has to be a little bit more than annoying. RXD not going to be able to help in any way because, of course, there is no gun coming out the front of that one. And there it is. A perfect shot being landed. And now KingSo, the final one left alive, is going to find Sir Pancake. He's in a 1v2. Sophia pulls herself up. Very low on HP though, so any bullets could be enough. KingSo has to be exactly on point with this. No chance for mistakes here.
A bomb has been located.
1 minute and 20 seconds left. There's plenty of time to play with here for ATK. They can make sure that they are set up as best as possible, and there comes the information play for them. That's going to give them some good info to work with. It should all be relatively close to finishing now. KingSo is backed into a corner. Not much to do. Not much places to go. He knows the general positions of the teams, but ATK, they're moving quickly enough that he cannot track them down. Just slipping out of his grasp every time, but he's got a little bit of control. If he can leverage this He might just catch them off guard. Oh, they're not looking behind them, and here comes the defuse planted. There's the first that he needs, but is he aware of the positioning of the second one? He will find the kill. James, being so low on HP, is not able to get that trade, and that is the perfect movement coming out from King So to clean up the round for Meraki. So they pick up another one, just barely, but they make it happen, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, evening things out 4-4. Meraki definitely making a stand here, saying that we will not go down this time so easily. And of course, now heading in to a reading room. Clash getting picked up once again, and this has been a very interesting choice, but it has been working out. It's been doing its job, it's been throwing chaos into the mix, it's been making things difficult to deal with, and of course, that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of players just do not like the Clash. I have been shouted at my fair share of times for pulling the Clash out on the test server to see how playing that operator feels, and I can definitely see why people get so annoyed. But like I said, it's a bit of a hit on this, especially at a competitive level, but still, definitely an annoying operator to deal with. It would actually be kind of cool if you could shoot Clash's shield with a Kali gadget and do damage to Clash through the shield. In any case, of course, ATK once again starting their attack. Meraki mounting their defense. But is their defense here on the second floor going to be enough? They had some good presence up towards third floor, so they can definitely make this happen. Of course, ATK moving up as per usual, getting ready to put the pressure on. They know how to make it happen in these situations, but Meraki have just barely managed to climb over the finish line every single time. Now, Figure moving in very quickly. James already here towards the site. That's actually really, really important. The fact that they've gotten in here so quickly is quite big, but there come the defenses. They're not going to give this one up without a fight, and now AML finds himself down as well. ATK, their quick pacing, trying to catch them out, just absolutely not working. Red's going to find a nice shotgun kill, and one by one ATK's players being taken off the board. Absolutely no headway. They thought they could make it work with the pacing. They thought they could take their opponents by surprise if they moved quickly enough, but Meraki were absolutely prepared for every outcome. And here we go, the battle of the ages is, well, Clash is going to prevail in that one, unfortunately. You hate to see it, but there it is. And now Figure, last left alive with about 10 HP, not going to survive for very long. Kingso going to close it out, and, well, Meraki going to pick themselves up another round. Man, oh man, what can I say about this? Just, that Clash has been very, very annoying, and it's allowed Meraki to get that step up, to sort of make the crossover between the early game and the end game. Even if the Clash goes down, by that time she's already done her job.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, here we go. Back on the third floor. It is going to be quite difficult for ATK if Meraki keep up this, well, this defense that they're bringing out here. ATK have yet to find a way to deal with it so far. Every round of the defense side for Meraki has gone the way of Meraki. And that is why they are one round ahead currently.
10 seconds left.
And now once again heading to a very powerful bomb site to defend it. And ATK really have to make it work here. They've got to make something happen. If they can find some sort of opener, or potentially catch somebody off guard, they might be able to make it happen. If they take a different approach to this, it's definitely possible. I'm thinking maybe they send a player in towards first floor to move up from the stairwell and put the pressure on there, as the rest of the team moves in towards red and towards the windows as well. That could potentially work out for them. ATK's setups are pretty good, but they have to cross that line. It's no good if the setup's there, but the execution falls flat. And ultimately, once again, they have to find a way to deal with that clash. And here it is, Figure. I'm going to utilize that Ace gadget to open up the top of red. Start to challenge. Oh, there it is, Figure to start things out. That's a good pick at least. That's going to give ATK a little bit of room to breathe. A little bit of space to work with. Now, of course, they have to make that work, and indeed AML putting the pressure on is going to find another. This is important. These are two very important kills to be getting. And now with James and Figure, they are putting the pressure on in towards the lounge. And in comes Pancake, Corsa hot on the heels as well to try and put the pressure on. This could definitely be the round that ATK finally win here on the second half. They're looking for it, and they're certainly close. Certainly close to making it happen. Not going to be easy, but oh man, that clash. Oh, they take him down. That's so important. The clash off the board is going to make this so easy. It is going to be. Now Ducky is the last one left in a 1v4. The two opening picks absolutely huge. The clash goes down and the Ducky falls soon after. Finally, ATK find their footing here in the second half. They do find that round. And if it sounded like I was getting a little bit too excited to see the clash go down, you're absolutely right. But I'm sure that seeing an operator like that hitting the deck is a feeling that is quite good. Despite what you may feel for either of these teams, the clash is annoying. We all know it. Truly. And there we go. Even things out. 5-5 is that scoreline now. And now the question becomes, who's going to pull out ahead? Because, well, someone's eventually got to win this matchup. As we head into the third floor once again. That question slowly has to get answered. Teams are brimming on match point, but only one team can walk away with the victory. Meraki prepping their defense, getting ready to mount their stand against ATK. Now moving back into the third floor, obviously Meraki feeling very confident about their ability to defend this bomb site, despite having lost the previous match, or the previous round should I say, to ATK, which was up here on the third floor. They're ready to go at it again. If we make a couple of adjustments, we can make this happen. Is what Meraki is thinking right now. If we can mount the stand up here once again, this is doable. We can make it happen. Now, of course, the pressure coming through from ATK as per usual. But is it going to result in any kills? So far, nothing has been gleaned. Ooh, spots out a small little shimmer of color. But the angle's not going to get repeaked whatsoever. Oh, there it is. Quickly just spots him out. Shots coming through. No one's found just yet. James is looking for them. Hasn't found anything just yet. Managing to clear some of the utility. Sets a nade. This could be important, but the ADS is there to make sure none of that comes through. And now James just trying to find as much damage as possible. The rest of the team, look at this pressure, just mounting the pressure. And eventually James goes down. The pressure fizzles away. And ATK are left with a difficult decision to make. With one player down, they've got to start finding something. Oh, and Chill is going to be doing exactly what's needs to be doing. So Pancake finding King So is at least one. But Figure in a really bad spot. That clash once again coming out, being an absolute nuisance. And what do you do against that? Especially when you have to worry about the rest of the players as well. Figure. Slowly challenging towards red. And AML playing along the wall to try and find something beneficial. Oh, but a quick peek coming out there. Oh, what a nice spray from Figure. Keeps the trigger down, and that nets him a free kill. Well, not a free kill. They put in the work for this one, indeed. Evening things out 3-3. The clash is still on the board, though. It's going to make things still difficult here, but things are becoming more and more doable. 25 seconds left. They have to make this quick. They've got to find those kills. They're certainly looking for it. It's a Pancake leading the charge down past White Stairs in towards the bomb. Clash once again being such a nuisance. Reds finding one. AML taking a lot of damage. There's the shot from Figure, but he goes down, and this should be all but finished. MERAKI should be able to pick this one up, and indeed they do. Round 11, it goes in their favor. And ATK find themselves at a disadvantage. Sure, it is just a one-round disadvantage. But that is going to give match point over towards MERAKI. If they can win one more round, it will be done for MERAKI and they will move forward. And that is just amazing to say. ATK, not a team that you would expect to go out. They are quite the giants in the scene. But is MERAKI going to be the David to ATK's Goliath at this point? We're about to find out here as we head on in towards Kitchen once again. And if you remember this one correctly, MERAKI did win it. It was the first round of the second half. But they won it just barely. In a 1v2 clutch, they made it happen. And now as we head there again, if ATK can play a solid attack here, they can even things out, take us to overtime. But that's what they have to fight for. Lots of preparations coming through
10 seconds to go.
for MERAKI. They know what they have to do. They know that they need only one more round against ATK to take the win, to take the victory here in this round. Certainly not going to be easy. But heck, it is certainly doable. And here come ATK, ready to try and pick this one apart already. AML putting in a little bit of pressure on towards the main door, in towards Cupcake. And yes, that is definitely a term I'm going to be using forever. Thanks for that one, Kanye. Shout out to my man. ATK getting the setup ready. Trying to find some info and see what's spotting. Putting on the pressure. They're knocking on the door of sight. It's a pancake. In a bit of a spot, but he is going to find his way on out, eventually making his way to safety. Now they have some good pressure on in towards the site. But they're going to need a little bit more than that at this stage. It's not going to be easy by any means, but here comes a challenge. Red looking for something. He might be in the perfect spot. If they push into him, he might make it happen. Bit of a spray through the smoke. Not going to net any kills just yet. MERAKI playing slow, playing passive. No need for aggression. The longer they hold on, the more doable it becomes. Right now, KingSo sneaking up. He might just be able to catch a couple of players out here. This is a sneaky move. Oh, that should have given him the cue, but the angle absolutely perfectly held by the Zofia. She was waiting for it. James was waiting for it. He knew exactly what was going on in their minds, and now the attack comes through. MERAKI defending Reds, just putting up absolute defense once again, putting in shot after shot to ensure that ATK doesn't move in. Just the timing, just not right for Ducky. Not going to find the players he was looking for. Oh, but the challenge coming out. AML, also the last one's left. He's going to find one. Needs to find another. The diffuser is getting planted. Actually going to get stopped. A nitrocell avoided by Corsa, which is a good point out there. AML's holding the angle, and there it is. Absolutely perfect. Now it's MERAKI. It's RXD to find the kill, and he will not. ATK. They just make it happen. Just managing to hold on. They get it done. They make it happen. The heads are found. AML also close it out, and 6-6. Man, oh man, oh man. This has been absolutely tooth and nail. Throat to throat, really. Don't even know what that means, but it's been close. And now, of course, third floor. Gonna be the spot for MERAKI. Gonna be pulling out the clash once again. A constant thorn in ATK's side. Constant difficulty for them to have to deal with. Can they overcome that hurdle? Will ATK be able to pull out ahead? Of course, sitting in overtime does mean that there is ample chance for the pull through. If ATK can win this, they give themselves such a good chance at winning this match, because of course their performance on the defense side was so much better than it was on the attacking side, and now as we head into overtime they'll get a chance at both. But if they can make it work on attack, if they can squeeze out a round, they will have a much easier time of things. Conversely, if MERAKI can hold on, if they can continue to put up this absolute defense, ATK will find themselves in a very difficult spot. And as the planes fly over in the distance, we will get going into round 13. The first round of overtime. ATK starting their attack as per usual, moving on up. They're going to have to play this with everything they've got. No mistakes available. No breathing room available. Also going to be doing some good work moving, opening up those hatches. Already putting the pressure on, and Clash has been spotted out. Looking to see if there's anyone else, and they will confirm it. Oh, ATK. Slowly and methodically, or quickly and methodically perhaps, however you want to see it, starting to move on in, and there it is. Already, that's Figure, starting things out strong. Spots out the Clash, the ever-constant Thorn. Gonna back off just for now with one quick kill on towards Chill. That's a big one. There goes James as well. He's made sure to keep an eye out. This guy has been absolutely crucial on the back line, making sure that none of those sneaky rotations from MERAKI actually come in to effect. Absolutely important positioning coming out from James. That's going to give them the leg up. It is a 5v3. ATK have time. They have players. All they need is a couple more shots to close this out. They need the round, and they're putting the work in to make it happen. James is still challenging in towards Lounge. Nobody's spotted out just yet. Figure still playing this game with Clash. Oh, there it is. Zofia Charger's going in to try and disorient the Clash for the time being, but Ducky's going to find Figure, which is going to be at least one back. But oh, here we go. There's James. He's on the peak. He finds it. 2 players left. The Clash is very low on HP. The diffuser's being planted as well, and it's being covered. James is here. Whether it's kills on the back line or kills on the front, James is here. And now he's getting ready to close out the final one onto Clash, who is basically 1 HP. This is all but confirmed, and so Pancake will do the confirmation. ATK will pick up round 13 and start the overtime off strongly. Absolutely insane. These matches have been getting closer and closer, and MERAKI have really been putting up an insane fight so far. A much better performance than we saw them in the first round of this tournament. They're not ready to go out just yet, of course. MERAKI heading straight back in... Oh, sorry, ATK, sorry, we're heading straight back into third floor. It's ATK's chance, of course, to defend here. Overtime match point. If ATK can clean this one up, they make it happen. And remember, ATK won every single third floor defense that they put up. And now, after winning that attack round, that absolutely critical attack round, ATK are poised to take this match. They're ready to take that win. And if history is to repeat itself, if ATK's consistency remains, well, consistent, then we will absolutely be seeing ATK walking away with this one. Of course, on the side of MERAKI, it is their time to step things up. They were not able to take a round off of ATK in the first half when ATK were defending on the third floor. But that is going to have to change if MERAKI want this to work for themselves.
10 seconds to go.
Because now they don't have much choice left.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
ATK getting this setup prepared. Getting ready for whatever MERAKI have to throw at them. Is it going to be enough? We will see. We're about to find out. We'll see if ATK can continue their absolutely perfect defense side. Or if MERAKI will finally find their footing, carrying off of the momentum that they have built up. Oh, challenge coming out from Figure. Finds a bit of damage onto Chili. Or Chill. Do I keep calling them Chili? It is Chill. But at quick glance it looks like Chili, and that would be kind of funny. I am quite tired. But in any case, we're going to be heading in to this one. 1 minute 50 seconds. ATK staying in place, making sure that they are staying defensive, staying strong. Kingso got control of the red stairs. But MERAKI have yet to find something. There it is. That's the something that they needed to find. Reds finds ATK. Oh, sorry, AML on ATK.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But there are too many acronyms to say all at once. Time is slowly ticking. ATK happy to just play slow. They don't have to get aggressive, but Figure's going to be so important here behind this shield. Has to find quite a lot of pressure, quite a lot of damage. So important. So far, no kills found. Which could start to become an issue. And actually, no one looking in the direction of the lounge, which could become a problem as Figure showing face, but not showing any aggression, not showing any action. RXD going to take down James, and now Pancake, Corsa, and Figure are the last ones left. They've got to mount this defense. It has to be perfect. They can't make a mistake. They need this. Well, they're not getting given it. Absolutely every single kill that needs to be found here for MERAKI is being found. And Ducky to close things out. A flawless round, in fact, for MERAKI here on 14. They are not ready to give up without a fight every single time. Just no clear winners. And now ATK back on the attack. The pressure is truly on at this stage, but we're sitting on overtime match point. Someone's got to find a round here. We're actually heading in to the second floor. It is reading room for MERAKI, which is quite interesting, considering we only saw this come through for MERAKI once. They picked this round up once, and it was on the second round of the second half. They did win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But the question is, can they make that happen again? Certainly they're going to have to, if they want to succeed. Man, oh man, this game has been close. 7-7. One more round ought to do it. But who's going to pick up the round? That's the question. These teams have been back and forth the entire time. MERAKI making an absolutely ludicrous comeback.
10 seconds to insertion.
They have certainly thrown down the gauntlet here.
5 seconds left before insertion.
ATK needs to respond.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Well, here they come, of course, as per usual, making their way on in from the west. And slowly, of course, putting on the pressure, looking for something. Interestingly enough, ATK looking for the third floor, seeing what they can see, and that definitely should give them the information that they need to realize that there are a couple of teams, there's a couple of players here, Nitrocells flying back and forth, but they're not going to connect, which is going to be huge. That means ATK has a good chance at maintaining pressure on here. Spots out ahead, doesn't find it though. Emil knows of at least one. They're looking for a whole lot more though. One is not enough, they need to find kills. And they're looking to try and make this a vertical clear. Certainly a strategy that is agreeable. But at this point, they need to make it happen quick. 1 minute 40 seconds left to make this happen. In they come. It's third floor, slowly being taken control. They've got the red stairs control. Cleaning up third floor, but they've got to find these kills. These kills have to come through. Time is running out. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The challenge is coming out, but ATK haven't been able to find anything just yet, and that's going to be frustrating. That's going to waste so much time. 1 minute left. They've got to make this work. Things have to be swift. They have to be clean. They have to be quick. But if there was ever a team that could make it happen, it would be ATK, but they've got to make it happen right here, right now, with 45 seconds left on the clock. It's not going to be easy, but it has to come through. It has to happen. There is no ways they lose this with 35 seconds left and every single player on the board still alive for both teams. Something has to happen, but ATK might have forced themselves into a corner. They might have made this unwinnable for themselves. No one is towards the site. No picks. People are trying to drop down now. They're trying to flood in towards the site, but they're moving into the crosshairs of every single player from MERAKI. 15 seconds left to go, and this could just be done. This might just be finished. Corsa's gonna find reds. They need to find a whole lot more than that, though. They need to get into the site. They need to get the diffuser planted. They need to make this work in the last couple of seconds. 2-1. And there it is. It is done. Defenders will protect the bomb. The time will run out. The sands of time falling out of the hourglass. And a hard-fought victory for MERAKI. Absolutely insane. Never before have I seen this, but here it is. What an insane game. There is just absolutely nothing else I can say about that. What a crazy head-to-head from MERAKI against ATK, and GG to MERAKI for clinching out that win. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me here on round 3 of the PSG Siege Showdown. It's been your boy Patchy, and I will see you in the next one.